Good morning.
Good morning.
So, looks like we finally have audio connections with everyone. Could each of you state your appearances, please? This is Gatehouse Media versus Hawkins et al.
Morning, Your Honor. Michelle Harrell, appearing for plaintiffs.
Ron Marienfeld on behalf of the defendants, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I'm here on a later case.
Oh, okay. So you're a little early.
I am early.
All right.
I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself, or
that works for me. That's fine. Okay, so we're here on a plaintiff's motion to compel.
Yes.
All right. So I read the response. It looks like, at least at the time the response was being prepared, there was some additional discovery that was being worked upon. Have any of the requested discovery been resolved?
After the response was filed, we received a one-page table from defendants, but that is all. So no, Your Honor, they have not been resolved.
All right. So, Mr. Marienfeld, I mean, are there issues or additional discovery that you're willing to provide that you're still in the process of gathering?
No, there are some things, Your Honor. I don't know how deep we need to go. Obviously, we're about 14, 15 months into this, and then we get the 24-paragraph request, again, following the deposition of defendant's former employee. I clarified with counsel this week, provided the additional documentation that there's a dealership, auto dealership that sells cars, and then the warranty business that sells warranties. Clarified, we are not claiming a loss of revenue for the car dealership. Even though we've actually provided previously, I just found, and they're attached as Exhibit B, all the numbers on those that they're asking for as far as the damages. But we provided additional information breaking down for the warranties, number of warranties per year, the amount brought in per year. I believe plaintiffs want to get a hold of defendants' tax returns, every document that's out there for the last 3 years in regard to what they've made. So we'll produce whatever the court orders and thinks is reasonable, but we've had, as you've seen, multiple requests. Every time information is provided, more is requested, more is requested. It's just getting beyond reasonable. We've actually filed a motion for summary disposition that's set up for February 3rd, just because the requests are getting, and we've actually provided a lot of information voluntarily. Things were going good for a while, but it's just kind of getting beyond ridiculous at this point. So
right, well,
if we need to provide the tax returns to verify the numbers on the court think that's reasonable, we'll do that.
All right, Ms. Harrell?
Yes, so I know Your Honor has read the filing, so I won't belabor what we put in our motion. There has not been financial information provided. We have an expert who's getting ready to do their review on the claim that's made. So what's important is that there was a counterclaim filed by defendants for lost profits. We've cited the specific parts of their counterclaim in our motion where they are making an affirmative claim for lost profits, lost revenue, exemplary damages. All of that is based upon financial information. And they raised an objection based on relevance, which is completely without any basis. And as far as what's been produced, there have been 2 tables produced that have nothing as far as supporting documentation. And in fact, if this is considered a summary under MRE 1006, he's required to produce all of the supporting data for those. It's just a simple 1-page table, but we have never received supporting documentation, any sort of financial information from defendants. And the concept that they have been subject to repetitive discovery requests is untrue. We filed a first set of discovery back when the case was first started. There's been numerous emails where we went to mediation in May. COVID delayed everything. Mediation was not successful. And we agreed that we would exchange information. We thought getting along with opposing counsel really well. And they promised us information. They wanted an itemized list of all the financial information that we wanted. We went through the effort of making a whole list. You know, we're not required to tell them how to prove their counterclaim, but we gave them a list. Then they said, yeah, we're compiling it, we're promising it. We played ping pong with emails, we attached the emails. And then we sent a second set of discovery because we wanted to be specific. We're not fishing. And you know, now we have the second set of discovery that's not responded to. So we filed this motion asking for specific things to be compelled, which are our second set of discovery, 1 through 5, and 10 through 18. And then the first set of discovery that's more than a year old, number 26, that asks about the background of their damage claim on their counter complaint. So the concept that this isn't relevant has no basis. And the concept that they've been harassed with discovery, there's no basis for that either. So we want the financial background, and we also want this Google Analytics, which in his response, he says, this is open to everyone can get it. That's not true. So we have emailed them saying, we cannot access this. We know you say we can, but we can't. So provide us with those screenshots. That's all we're asking for that. So we think that our requests are reasonable. And you know, the concept that we write counsel and ask for this information, and his response is file a motion, go ask the judge, and if he lets you have it, then I will. We shouldn't even be here today. This is relevant information. So I don't know what else I can answer for the court, but this seems.
Thank you.
Straightforward.
Mr.
Just add
Marienfeld.
briefly, Your Honor, in regard to the analytics, those are in the file, and we've attached what can be printed off the internet by anyone and showed that, and it's in the discovery. You know, if we need to provide more as far as every tax return for the last 3 years to them verify the numbers, and then we'll see what request comes following that if they don't believe what's in the tax returns. So whatever you think's reasonable, we can get it and follow up on those. But I think as far as the analytics, that's already been exchanged and it's out there for everybody. You don't see me, Judge, on these motions. I don't think you've seen me ever. That kind of tells you how this case is going.
All right. Well, I'm going to order that all of the requested discovery be produced. Mr. Marienfeld, how much additional time do you think you need in order to do that?
Weeks, Your Honor, if possible.
I'm sorry, 2 weeks?
Sure.
All right. 2 weeks from today's date, Ms. Harold, you submit that order?
Yes, Your Honor. We also respectfully, we asked for an extension of the discovery timeline. We scheduled depositions for January, but we haven't completed the expert part of this case. We're set for trial in June. So I would ask that we have an extension of discovery.
Well, how much are you looking for?
Let's see, we have a settlement conference on April 5th. Would Your Honor be willing to let us have until April 5th to complete discovery?
Let's make it through the end of March.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
You can include that in your order.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Nice.
All right. Thank you.
Take
Have a
care.
good day.
Thank you.
Morning, Shan.
I'm sorry I'm late.
That's all right. We got by.
I know, but that was like my New Year's resolution to,
Uh-oh.
you know, just make sure I know what day it is, you know, and not just shut my alarm off and it screws up my whole day. And Mom wants to know, did we get any of that pork butt or what?
Jonathan did take some down to, while he's taking it down to Chicago.
Oh, okay.
He's